Sports.
Josh Hamilton started the season on a tear, putting up MVP-type numbers. And while he may be already a star, the Angels have a budding superstar who's putting up MVP-type numbers himself. Mike Trout leads the American League in hitting and stolen bases. And since being called up, the Angels are 16 games over 500. Tonight, these two collide. Hamilton, Trout, Rangers, and Angels is next. It is a gorgeous night for baseball. The Halos returning home after a very tough road trip. Tonight they kick off a 9-game homestand with a first of 3 against the division rival Texas Rangers. As we take a look at the American League West standings, brought to you by Kia, the Halos roll into this one 6 games back of the Texas Rangers. And don't look behind you, because the Oakland Athletics are just a game and a half back as they continue to play good baseball. Hi, everybody, from inside the Big A. We welcome you back to Angels Baseball here on Fox Sports West. Victor Rojas along with my partner, Mark Gubiza. And over the last couple of days, we've seen 2 terrific pitching performances against the Angels offense. Doug Fister did it a couple of days ago, Max Scherzer yesterday. And if the Angels are going to make some noise in the American League West, they need to get that offense back to where it once was.
Yeah, Victor, they've been unbelievable, really, since the Texas Rangers were in town about 38 games ago. Swinging the bats extremely well, scoring nearly 6 runs a game, the batting average near 300, but the reality is they're comfortable. Albert Pujols is swinging the bat much better, so everyone else is falling in the line. Mike Trout has done so much on the offensive side, creating opportunities, driving in runs. Trumbo has been great. So the entire lineup is scoring runs because they're relaxed, and they need to be able to do so against this Texas club because they can score the runs themselves. To go out there, be patient, get in the good hitters' counts, and produce some runs, especially early, to give Weave a little breathing room.
All right, let's talk a little bit about starting off this homestand. You've got the ace on the mound in Jared Weaver.
Oh, he's been unbelievable in his career against the Rangers. 7-0 in his career. He's been unbelievable this year at home in general. An ERA barely over half a run a game. So look for Weave to be able to establish, we talked about it lately, establishes his fastball early on, but also mixing in his curveball and changeup because this Texas club has a tough time against off-speed pitches.
The Rangers will counter with a left-hander, Derek Holland. We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A, so sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. It just moments ago, an absolutely perfect day, a little bit warm. And Angel fans coming to the ballpark today handing out or getting thunder sticks, if you recall how loud this place was back in 2002 when the thunder sticks were busted out. And why not? Let's make some noise.
I'll tell you what, I was walking back from the rock pile for the pregame show. There was a lot of noise with those thunder sticks coming back.
Dave Anderson, the third base coach of the Rangers, and Mike Scioscia at the home plate area, going through the ground rules here at the Big A. The Halos coming off that 2-5 road trip, dropping 3 of 4 to the Tigers and losing 2 of 3 to the New York Yankees. And they've got this 9-game homestand here with Texas coming in for 3, the Kansas City Royals for 3, and then the Tampa Bay Rays next weekend in for 3. The Halos taking the field. We'll take a look at manager Ron Washington's starting lineup. The Texas Rangers' second best record in Major League Baseball behind the New York Yankees with a 55-36 record. They have Ian Kinsler leading things off, playing second base. Elvis Andrus is the shortstop. Josh Hamilton in left. Adrian Beltre has been pretty hot. He is the cleanup hitter and third baseman. Michael Young has been swinging the bat better of late. He's at first. Nelson Cruz in right. David Murphy will serve as the DH. Mike Napoli doing the catching, and it's Craig Gentry batting ninth and playing center field. Taking on Jared Weaver, 11-1 record, a 2.26 earned run average.
A 6-0 record at home with a .58. Great fastball, not overpowering with velocity, but the location and movement on the fastball is outstanding. Very good above average curve. Same with his changeup and slider. Strike thrower, very aggressive, and fields his position exceptionally well.
Let's take a look at the defense that'll play behind Jared this evening here at the Big A. Mike Trout is in left field. Peter Borges in center. Torrey Hunter in right. The infield consists of Alberto Callasco, Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick, and Albert Pujols around from third to first with Bobby Wilson behind the plate.
And Mike Trout in left field, that great coverage he has, especially with Weaver on the mound. Generally known more as a strikeout fly ball type pitcher. Will get some ground balls on occasion, but Mike Trout, that coverage with Borges in center and Torrey Hunter in right, fantastic as far as speed, and charges the ball very well and very accurate throwing arm.
Let's take a look at the men in black calling the balls and strikes this evening. It is Jerry Meals behind the plate. Gary Darling is at first base. Paul Lemel at second base, and Lance Barrett is down the third base line. The Angels roll into this ball game, as we just showed you the standings, with a 50-43 record. They've played very good baseball at home this year, 25-18. Both teams have just been okay within the division. The Halos 12-10. The Texas Rangers 16-15, so no team really running away as far as the division battles are concerned.
That's a change from last year where the Rangers were fantastic against their division mates in the AL West.
Ian Kinsler lead things off, hitting .275 on a year, 10 home runs, 43 runs batted in, 26 doubles, 3 triples. A guy that likes hitting in this ballpark. Callasco playing in at third. The first one from Weaver's upstairs. Kinsler with a career batting average of .333 here at the Big A. Good speed at the top of the order as far as base stealing opportunities. Kinsler and Andrus. As that pitch is a strike on the inside corner. And that evens the count at 1-1. Texas leads the American League in batting average as a team at .278. Here's Weaver's 1-1. That is lifted foul and out of play on the first base side. Jared ahead of the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pretty good life in that fastball. Pitch before at 88, that one at 90, and Kinsler late on that fastball. You get a lot of those swings against Weaver because he has that ability to use all those other pitches he has to throw for strikes and change speeds with them.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Weaver in his last start picked up the W. 7 innings, 5 runs, all earned, 10 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. It was against the Yankees. 2-2 pulled foul. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A couple of ribbons of sunshine still peeking through this ballpark. Second base side just behind the mound. You see the shortstop area as well. Everyone else nicely shaded. Another 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Kinsler, and there is out number 1.
We have their number of fastballs to a good, sharp, tight slider. He had a swing and miss. Weaver with 77 punch-outs, now 78 on the season. Boy, the last game out against New York, that was a very effective pitch for him, his slider. He kind of gone away from a few games before that, used a lot more slow curveballs and changed his speed with that pitch.
There's Elvis Andrus, the shortstop. He's got a 7-game hitting streak. 291 for the season. The first one is inside. Andrus with a home run and 36 runs batted in, has 21 doubles and 5 triples. 16 stolen bases on the year. He's on base percentage of .364. Much better defensively this year than last. That one missed in. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Not a bad spot with that fastball.
Two and one.
Andrus pretty good career numbers against the Angels. 329 with 1 home run and 14 RBI, hitting .375 this year. Important guy to keep off the bases if you can. A lot of speed. 16 stolen bases for him this year.
Andrus fouls it back. And we're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Rangers in the month of July is 7-8 record. Staff ERA. Or pardon me, a 5-7 record. Staff ERA at .355. Their offense has just been okay, but they've got enough runs. The other thing that has been the biggest problem for the Angels, that pitch missed in, and it's a full count. As Texas has batted just .232 in the month of July, is that when Texas has lost, the Angels have not followed suit and or taken advantage. The Halos a 13-18 record the day that Texas loses. This one's hit well to left field. Trout is back at the wall, and the Rangers have a 1-0 lead. Elvis Andrus with his 2nd home run of the season. His 37th run batted in. It's 1-0 Rangers.
Boy, he's got some good numbers too. 2nd home run in his career, hitting .440. Now 22 for 50 against Weaver. He took some pretty tough pitches too. Fastballs, 3 during those sequences of pitches inside, just off the plate. And this fastball ran back middle part of the plate. He won it on the outside corner, missed location. And Andrus continues to swing well against Jared Weaver.
Hamilton waving at the breaking pitch. So make that an 8-game hitting streak for Elvis Andrus. Hamilton with a .300 average, 28 home runs and 78 runs batted in. Count evened up at 1 ball, 1 strike. This is Jared's 27th career start against Texas. 2nd one in this season. Got knocked around May 13th. That was in Texas. Last win against the Rangers, July 21st. Last year right here. 1-2. It's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way. That is upstairs. A full count. A couple of deep counts here in the early going for Jared. 17 pitches thrown thus far. Struck out Kinsler, gave up the home run to Andrus. Now a full count on Hamilton with Beltre on deck. Swing and a boost. Down goes Hamilton, 2 down.
In the sequence against Hamilton here, very effective, throwing a number of good slow curveballs. The Angels have been successful against Hamilton when you change speeds against them. Very quick on the fastball, very quick on the slider. But it's a changeup or slow curveball, he has a difficult time staying back on.
Adrian Beltre takes that one inside, and it looks like perhaps Jared getting a little frustrated not getting that call. Glance over the dugout. Beltre hitting .322. That's 5th best in the American League. 2 balls and no strikes. 17 home runs and 59 runs batted in for Beltre.
This one's fouled off. Take a look at our Hyundai key to the game.
Oh, imagine Dragons for you today, Victor. It's time. Mike Scioscia's team, he tries to downplay the fact that it's a big series here. He talks about it as if it's a regular game during the regular season, but you want to challenge your team that you're trying to catch up with. Texas Rangers, especially after a tough road trip. You want to establish, and it's time for the Angels to put it all together against this club.
2-1. That's looped down the left field line. Trout's coming on. He'll make the running catch. The inning comes to an end, but Texas strikes first on the Andrews home run as we head to the bottom of the first inning. Texas leads at 1-0. Andrews, the ninth home run allowed by Jared Weaver to start this ball game off. And here in the bottom of the first, with the Halos down 1-0. We'll look at Mike Scioscia starting 9. Mike Trout leading things off. In left field, Torrey Hunter in right, Albert Pujols at first base, Mark Trumbull, the cleanup hitter, serving as a DH tonight. Howie Kendrick in the 5-hole playing second. Alberto Callasco at third. It's Eric Ibar, the shortstop. Peter Borges gets a start at center field, and Bobby Wilson batting ninth and doing the catching as they take on the 25-year-old left-hander, native of Ohio, by the name of Derek Holland.
Derek Holland's got a plus fastball, 91-96, curveball, slider, changeup. Very good as far as numbers career-wise versus the Angels. 5-3, so a fairly high ERA. Nearly 5 with the ERA against the Angels.
Trout's got a 7-game hitting streak in which he is at .438 on the year. A .352 average overall. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 14 home runs, 45 runs batted in for Mike. Beltre playing just about at the cut of the grass at third base. As this one's looped out towards left center field. Gentry's coming on, and he can't make the catch. Trout is going to try to go to second. He'll slam on the brakes, though, and heads back to first. Gentry, a nice job of recovering there and keeping Trout to a single.
Yeah, Gentry with excellent speed in that center field position, had a pretty good read on the baseball. The Trout got it off the end of the bat, and a lot of times when you see a guy with power get off the end of the bat, you freeze initially from trying to slide in and make the play. The ball just underneath the glove. Good decision by Trout to stay there at first base.
So Trout's on board. Here's Torrey Hunter, the right fielder. The first one is down low. Torrey with the day off yesterday. Had an 0-for-4 game Wednesday.
Derek Holland with 4 pickoffs this year. A very good move to first base.
I'll check in on him at first.
But you often hear that terminology from left-handed pitchers. They have their A and B and C move. That was his C move. He didn't show Trout the real good move to first base yet. So you have to be prepared for that as a base stealer.
Another throw over to first base.
The one thing, though, if you guess right against Holland, you're going to be successful stealing the base, because the way he's set up in the stretch position with a lot of weight on the front side of his leg, so when he starts to make that move towards home, it's going to take a lot more time to deliver the baseball. But it's a matter of getting the right time and guessing.
2 balls and no strikes. Holland spent just about a month on the disabled list with left shoulder fatigue. June 6th to July the 6th, he was out. He's made 2 starts since. No decision and a win. Gave up no runs, 7 2/3 against the Mariners up at Safeco on the 13th. Shot at first base, a 2-0 pitch to Torrey. This one's lined to short. Andrews has it. 1 out.
Well hit by Torrey. If that gets over Andrews' head, that ball is probably going to go all the way to the wall. And the speed of Trout, taking away the focus for Holland. Fell behind 2-0, had a groove of fastball. Torrey hit it well, but right at Andrews at shortstop.
So Trout still at first. Albert Pujols comes to the plate. Pretty good road trip. 10 for 27. He served as a DH yesterday. 3 home runs, 6 runs batted in on the road trip. Albert yesterday 0 for 3 against Max Scherzer. The Halos limited to just 6 hits over the last 2 starts against Pfister and Scherzer. Throw to first. Outfield shifting Pujols to pull. Hamilton plays a shallow left field, but toward the foul line. You see Gentry toward the alley in left center field, and Nelson Cruz is straight up a shallow and right.
Well, a little bit of sun, too, glaring right into the eyes of Mike Trout at first as he tries to establish a lead against Holland.
Breaking pitch is in for strike 1. Just joining us, Texas with a home run off the bat of Elvis Andrews in the first inning to take a 1-0 lead. See that sun glaring into Trout's eyes. The fastball is upstairs.
Boy, it's a tough spot for Trout when you're dealing with a guy with a good move to first base and you're trying to get a good read against him. You know he has 4 pickoffs, trying to get as big a lead as possible, but then you deal with the sun and a quick move to first.
1-1, line to right field. That's going to get down for a hit. Trout will stay right at second base as the throw comes back into the bag. And the Angels have 2 on with 1 out. Mark Trumbo coming up.
Well, it's a good approach by Pujols going inside out. Holland staying away. Let the ball travel. Good quiet hands for Pujols and good decision once again. With Nelson Cruz, one of the stronger arms in baseball in right field. Although he takes a long time to throw the ball, it's a strong, accurate arm when he releases the baseball.
So 2 on and 1 out. Here's Trumbo. Oprah's last 9. 305 with 26 home runs, 65 runs batted in. 1-0 Texas here in the bottom of the first. Trumbo looks at a strike. Trumbo 4th at home runs in the American League with those 26. Hamilton and Dunn at the start of the day, both with 28. 5th in runs batted in. This one broken bat looper out toward right center field. Nelson Cruz is there. 2 outs. So Howie Kendrick will step up. Howie did not play yesterday, had the day off.
And what Mike Scioscia is asking out of Howie tonight in this run-producing position, trust your hands. Drive the ball to right center field, back up the middle, and get some big base hits with guys in scoring position.
Trout at second, Pujols at first, 2 outs. The first one's down and in. Holland has experience not only with the Angels but pitching in this ballpark for his first career complete game shutout. On August 9, 2009, that was a 3-hitter with 8 strikeouts. Overall, 5-3 with a 4.97 ERA against the Halos. As now he lines one out toward left center field. That's going to split the outfielders and go all the way to the wall. Trout will come in to score. Pujols is being waved around. Andrews with a very good throwing arm, and Pujols is gunned down to end the inning. But the Angels tied up on the Kendrick double. We've played 1 here at the Big A, and both teams exchanging runs. We are knotted up at 1. Scoring once again. Now he's scored a run in 12 consecutive games.
Yeah, we were talking to Jim Edmonds, Tim Salmon and I before the game about that. We're reminding Jim about his record of 13 straight games and how Mike Trout is just right behind him. He's just completely impressed with the talent of Mike Trout.
At the start of the day, 11 straight games having scored a run is the 4th longest for a rookie in American League history. Now it's up to Jared Weaver to throw up a goose egg as Michael Young takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Young with a 6-game hitting streak has raised his average up to 272. 3 home runs, 36 runs batted in. He'll be followed by Nelson Cruz, then David Murphy, the DH. 2 balls and no strikes. This one bounced towards short. Ibar comes charging in, off balance throw, and there's the first out of the inning. Well, you wonder sometimes the third base coach and the decisions that he has to make. Howie with a good piece of hitting as they're shading him the opposite way. Trout scored easily, but Gentry did a nice job of getting that ball to Elvis Andrus.
No, I'll tell you what, Gentry did a perfect job, as you mentioned that, Victor, and a perfect relay to Andrus, who made a great throw to Mike Napoli at the plate. The reason why this play is done so well is because Gentry realized he was not going to catch the ball, played the carom off the wall, the perfect feed into Andrus, who made the perfect throw to first base, the third base on the third base side of the plate. Everything was done well.
Bat shattering. Maybe we got a piece of Jerry Meals. Got back through the mask of Meals, the home plate umpire. To no one count on Cruz. Just going back to Dino, the school of thought is, for most part, is that with 2 outs, you force the issue, make the defense have a perfect throw to get the final out. The flip side is that who's on deck. Alberto Callaspo would have come up. the runners at second, third. All those things play into a third base coach's mindset.
And I think also playing against a team like the Texas Rangers, where you're trying to make sure you establish the ability to score some runs, you're willing to take that chance. That's why I think Dino Evil decided to send Pujols.
This one's fouled off into the seats on the first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. Nelson Cruz, a .266 average with 11 home runs and 54 runs batted in. One ball, 2 strikes. Good pitch on the outside corner. Down goes Cruz. 2 outs and a strikeout number 3. Jared.
Second one on the slider so far in this game. What he has done in this game established, because a lot of right-handed batters for this Ranger lineup, the slider becomes just as important of a pitch. He threw a good slow curveball to Hamilton, the left-handed batter, and you'll see some slow curveballs here to David Murphy. So slider effective against right-handed batters, curveball against the lefties.
David Murphy swinging through the fastball. It's 0-1. Murphy serving as a DH for Ron Washington, hitting .279, 9 home runs, 32 runs batted in. That one's outside.
Put up your hand.
Evens accounted a ball and a strike. Two and 1. Murphy, a one-time former first-round pick of the Boston Red Sox out of Baylor University. He's been a nice addition to that Rangers roster. Play a couple different spots for him as he waves at the off-speed pitch out in front, 2-2.
It's a good slow curveball against the left-handed batter. Yeah, Victor, he does a lot of good things for the Rangers. He plays some solid defense. He gives them some speed in the outfield. Can steal a bag for Ron Washington, but also pitches on the inner half of the plate. He's got some power on that swing.
2-2. Upstairs. Full count.
Now these are the times where Weave is going to throw either a slow curveball or changeup here. It's the third full count so far in the game for Weave.
Payoff pitch. Off speed. He just got a piece of it. So we'll reset and do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Weaver getting Michael Young to ground to short. Nelson Cruz on the strikeout for the first 2 outs. Napoli's on deck. Another 3-2. Ground ball to second. Weaver surprising with a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. The inning comes to an end. A 1-2-3 frame. We handle the bottom of the second. Tied at 1. Alberto Callasco, Eric Ibarn, Peter Borges to face Derek Holland. The first one is a strike on the outside corner. Angels with 3 hits in the first. No strikeouts, no walks for the left-hander. 1 ball, 1 strike on Alberto, hitting .250 on the year with 7 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Callasco yesterday went 1 for 3, had a double. A double, his 8th of the year. Alberto, 303 average on the right side of the plate this season. 2-1 pitch. That's a strike on the corner. 2-2. This one's foul back.
Well, Derek Holland's not your typical left-handed pitcher. The guy that just spots a fastball, will get you out with slow curves or changeup. He has a power fastball. Smooth delivery.
Breaking pitch, grounded to short. Elvis Andrus has it. And there is the first out of the inning. This season, Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Club of America, a place where youth can reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. So 1 out, nobody on for Eric Ibarn. And Eric continued his tear offensively through New York, but has kind of calmed down a little bit. For his last 12. 258, 4 home runs and 26 runs batted in. Grounds this one toward the middle. Ian Kinsler has the skimmer on the backhand. 2 outs.
Kinsler always seems to be shading up the middle. The scouting reports as far as positioning for Kinsler. See him a lot in that position, able to backhand the ground ball just past the mound and be able to make the throw to first base.
I was just going to say, and you mentioned backhand, that even though he still shades towards second base, he still opts to go to the backhand as opposed to getting in front of ground balls.
It's like he doesn't like to throw from that 3/4 delivery if he feels it in that position behind the second base area.
Kinsler with 12 errors this year. Texas overall, 51 errors on the year. The Halos with 58. Borges with a 1 ball, no strike count. Peter had the start yesterday in center field, went 0 for 3. 4 for 13 on the road trip. 237 average with 3 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Mentioned the road trip. The Angels losing 3 of 4 to the Tigers. Don't look now. The Tigers are a half game back as they defeat the White Sox tonight behind Justin Verlander 4-2.
Well, everyone anticipated the Tigers at some point starting to play good baseball, and we saw that in Detroit. And talking to Borges before the game, he was extremely impressed with Max Scherzer, his fastball, how easy that fastball was coming in there at 96 to 98 miles an hour.
2-2, and that's loop to left. Hamilton is playing shallow. Now backs up, makes the catch. And Holland returns the favor as the Angels go down in order. 2 in the books. We are still tied at 1. Tied at 1 here at the top of the third. Thundersticks have been somewhat loud, somewhat subdued right now as we start this third inning. Texas setting up 8, 9, and 1. Napoli, Gentry, and Kinsler. Exciting first inning in that Elvis Andrus hit a solo home run to put Texas up 1-0. The Angels responded to tie things up. Howie Kendrick with an RBI double.
Well, the atmosphere around the stadium is electric right now. I'd like to be able to see Jared another 1, 2, 3 and get the offense going and score some runs.
Napoli looks at a strike on the outside corner. A .223 average this season, 12 home runs and 31 runs batted in. The free agent to be, as is Josh Hamilton. That'll leave an account. 1 ball, 1 strike. Napoli had a monster season last year. Hit .320, 30 home runs, 75 runs batted in. Strike on the inside corner, 1-2.
Boy, Weave is persistent going with that fastball inside. Finally got that called. 87. Good idea against this Texas club, staying on the hands.
1-2, looped out toward right field. Torrey Hunter comes on. He's going to play it on the hop. A jam shot single for Napoli, and the leadoff man is on board. Tomorrow night at 7 on Prime Ticket, David Beckham and the defending world champs take on the red and white of Chivas USA. The Super Classico returns tomorrow at 7 on Prime Ticket.
Well, now you have to be aware of Gentry and his speed and his ability to bunt.
Gentry a .335 average, 8 doubles and 2 triples, 20 runs batted in. Very good speed.
Only the Angels have more sacrifice bunts. The Angels and then the Rangers as far as sacrifice bunts. On Washington, always had a lot of respect for the way Mike Scioscia managed the game as far as bunting, stealing bases, aggressively going first to third. And since he's taken over, the Rangers are a lot more aggressive club. They're not just waiting back for the 3-run home run all the time.
He loops this one out toward left, and Trout played on a hop and actually misplays it. It gets by him, so Napoli will be stopped at third. That's a ball that probably should have been caught. In retrospect, Mike Trout probably thinks he should have kept on going. Decided to play the short hop, and it gets past him. And Texas has runners at second and third with nobody out, and Kinsler coming up.
Trying to get a read on that baseball. The ball hit right at him. Usually you'll see Mike Trout come in and try to slide in and make the play. Tough hop in front of him. Gets away now, puts 2 runners in scoring position for Texas.
Kinsler swings first pitch, pops one up. Pujols into foul territory, has a play on it. 1 out, a big out. As the first one here, the third is recorded. Kinsler 0 for 2 now on the night. And here comes Elvis Andrus, who homered in the first. Gentry gets credit, by the way, for a double. At least that's what we're being told. The only infielder for the Angels playing in, it's Pujols over at the cut of the grass at first. Everyone else back at normal depth. And Andrus takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, early in the game right here, Mike Scioscia elects to let the infield play back. Part of the fact is it's early in the game and he feels comfortable with the way they've been attacking Derek Holland. But also when you realize that Andrus has had great numbers against Weaver, you want to try to stay away from a big inning. You may have to give up a run, but if you only give up 1 in these situations, you still feel pretty comfortable.
Off-speed pitch is in for a strike. There's that changeup and a 2-0 hitter's count. Jared's not afraid to throw that at any point. Josh Hamilton on deck. Nabally with a bloop single to right field, and Gentry hit a loop right to left. It looked like Trout was going to be able to make a play on. Decided to pull up, tried to play the short hop, and it got by him. It went as a double. So second and third, one out after Kinsler popped out on the first pitch. 3-1. Bouncer foul. It's a full count.
One thing about Jared Weaver, he has the ability to get a big strikeout.
He walked him. First walk issued, so the bases are loaded now for Josh Hamilton. Hamilton, a strikeout victim in the first, one of 3 punch outs for Weaver. He's allowed 3 hits and now 1 walk.
Pretty tough guy to double up. Not only has good speed, but doesn't hit many ground balls. He's got that fluid uppercut swing. It's a lot of fly balls. It's going to be difficult to get a ground ball double play.
First one is a fastball off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Napoli third, Gentry at second, Andrews at first base. 2 balls and no strikes.
Tried fastball away, fastball in. 5th time in this game so far. 2-0 count for Weaver, which is something you don't generally see out of Weave.
Two balls and a strike. That one ricocheting off the facade of the second deck, and pinballing back down to the lower level. Came in with a fastball there. Texas has been pretty good in these situations this year. 284 average with men in scoring position. The 2-1. Swinging a miss. Good off speed pitch. 2-2.
Oh, that's a great pitch. After a 90-mile-an-hour fastball and a fastball count he was late on, then he threw a perfect changeup. Great location, good speed on it also. Now he has Hamilton thinking, is he going to throw a slow curveball? Is he going to try to sneak a fastball by him, or could he come back with another changeup?
There's a 2-2. Fastball rolled up the first base line, and it trickles foul. Came right back inside.
That's that no-seam fastball. I'll tell you what, so far in the sequence, he's made some quality pitches against a dangerous hitter. What a few pitches thrown here for Weave here with 1 out in the third. 54 pitches thrown already for him.
Another 2-2. Fastball. Pretty good pitch. Just missed in. A full count.
We tried that no-seam fastball once again, coming back in at 91, just off the inside corner. He missed by a lot. It's a 5th full count for Weaver here. early part of the game.
Bases loaded, one out. Tied at one here in the third. Adrian Beltre is the on-deck hitter. Here comes the payoff pitch. This one hit sharply to second. Kendrick to eyeball for one. Lead on the first in time. Inning-ending double play as we head to the bottom of the third. Still tied at one. Thrown, and the one that mattered was a inning-ending double play.
This is exactly why Jared Weaver is the best pitcher in the game as far as knowing what he wants to do against a very good hitter. Fastball just off the outside corner, fastball in. Good fastball away, and the hitters count late on it. Then a great changeup gets Hamilton out in front. The two-seam fastball misses in, try to go back inside, and then gets him on that off-speed pitch right to Howie for a 4-6-3 double play. This is a run producer out there, and Josh Hamilton is only hitting the 2 double plays all year, yet Weaver gets the double play because of a great sequence of pitches against Hamilton.
9-1-2 for the Angels here in the third. Bobby Wilson looks at a fastball upstairs. Bobby 200 with 3 doubles, 6 runs batted in. Wilson fouls this one off to the right. Count leave it up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Bobby had to start yesterday, went 0 for 2 offensively with a strikeout and a bouncer back to the mound.
Well, so often after a great sequence of pitches and nice defensive play, it re-energizes your offense. It's an opportunity. Derek Collins got great stuff. This is a chance to jump right back on him as far as getting some good swings, put pressure on him, see if you can gain for that momentum that the Angels got from Weaver getting through that inning without no runs allowed.
2-1 pitch. Wilson looks at a strike right down the pipe, 2-2. Trout's on deck, followed by Torrey Hunter. Angels went down in order in the second. 2-2 on the way. That's inside, a full count. Holland last year for Texas, 32 starts, 16-5 record, a 3.95 ERA. Cleaned it up a little bit. No shaggy hair, no mustache. As Wilson draws a leadoff walk. Today's broadcast is on AFN, the American Forces Network, broadcasting to the U.S. Armed Forces serving in 175 countries and aboard ships at sea. They're watching around the world in Iraq, Germany, Italy, Southwest Asia, South Korea, and Japan. We thank you for your service, and we hope you're enjoying the broadcast. First walk issued by Holland in this one. Trout with a leadoff single in the first and scored a run. And the first one is in there for a strike. Beltre playing in at third base just in case. 1-1.
That's the advantage that Mike Trout has, because you bring in the third baseman and you have to respect his speed and his ability to bunt. It also allows Trout to be able to get a ball by Beltre at third base easier because he has to play in.
Trout pops this one up in the infield. Kinsler comes in, calls off Michael Young. 1 out. So up steps Torrey Hunter with Bobby Wilson at first.
I mean, this looked like everyone had a tough time picking up that baseball. Even Derek Holland, as a pitcher, you're directing traffic on the mound. Who's going to make the play? He did not read it well. Michael Young had a tough time picking up, but Kinsler caught it right away and makes it look routine.
Oh, 1 count on Torrey, who lined out to Andrews in the first inning. A 2-0 pitch. Oh, 2.
Boy, good hack at that 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Torrey. Straight back on that fastball. Generally means as a hitter, you're right on it. Pitcher, worst feeling. You see it make a pitch and a hitter hits it straight back like that. That means the timing is there for the hitter against you.
Count remains at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Angels facing a guy in Derek Holland that, even though he spent just about a month on the DL, has pitched very well out on the road this year. 4-1 record, a 2.58 ERA. 6 starts, this being his 7th. Another 0-2. Torrey fouls it off to the right. Another fastball. Pujols on deck. A couple of guys in this lineup for the Angels have pretty decent numbers against Derek Holland. Torrey bounces this one foul.
Keep staying inside, whether it's a slider or a fastball, in on Torrey.
In fact, Torrey was asking Jerry Meals location on that pitch. Obviously, with 2 strikes, you've got to protect anything close. So Torrey just wondering for his own peace of mind if it would have been a strike had he not pulled the trigger on it.
Sometimes a veteran hitter sets up a pitcher that way to try to draw him back inside again.
Off speed, pull to the left side. Beltre has it. Fires to Kinsler for 1. Inning-ending double play. We've played 3 here at the Big A, and we are still tied at 1. Beltre, Michael Young, and Nelson Cruz to face Jared Weaver at a fairly stressful third inning. Loading the bases up. Texas did anyway against Weaver with one out. Able to get the double play off the bat of Josh Hamilton. So Adrian Beltre is 0 for 1, looping one out to left field in the first inning, will step in and lead things off against Jared, who has thrown 56 pitches. 32 have been strikes, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. 3 hits allowed by Weaver. Beltre with 17 home runs and 59 runs batted in. Swing and a miss on the slider.
It's been a very effective pitch for Weaver early in this game. Sharp slider. 82 to 84 with that pitch.
Oh, 2 count. Somebody abandoning ship. Garrett Richards. Rookies.
Yeah. Did he forget there was a screen right there in front of him?
I guess.
Well, as a pitcher, you're always trying to get out of the way of a line drive at you.
0-2, foul back. Both teams with 3 hits, 1 run, no errors. Texas is stranded 2. The Angels have left 1 on base. Both teams return to double play. 0-2 pitch. This one fouled off from third base side.
We've seen Weaver go upstairs on 0-2 counts. That's a dangerous pitch against Beltre. Beltre is really quick on high fastballs. He can hit it at the left center and right center. So if you're going to go upstairs to elevate a fastball, you better go above the letters against him.
Oh, that cut fastball. Just got it off the end of the bat, fouled it off to the first base side. Count remains at 0-2. Adrian in his second season now with Texas. Coming up with the Dodgers, going to Seattle, Boston for 1 season. And Texas, the off speed, rolled up the line. That's a fair ball. Cayasco to the back there. 1 out. Alberto is awfully deliberate with that.
He likes that arm.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's not show off the arm so much. Just get rid of it as quickly as possible. Take a look at our AT&T trivia question for tonight. This evening, we posed the following: which Angels pitcher allowed Hank Aaron's 755th and final home run on this day back in 1976? Here's Michael Young. Grounded out to short.
It's good question.
Very good question. I'm not cheating. I just want to check something out.
We should say Clyde Wright, just to make him really feel happy down there to be listening to the game.
Why? Because he's generally not a happy guy. His Young lines one to left. Trout breaking back on it is there. Makes the catch. 2 outs.
No, he likes when we talk about his no-hitter, but we figure every once in a while we got to mention the fact he may have given up a home run or 2.
You know, one of the first memories that I have of baseball, obviously growing up in Kansas City, going to the ballpark quite a bit. My dad retired in '77, but vividly remember, whether it was '75 or '76, I don't recall, but I remember walking the concourse and seeing the Hammer wearing the baby blue. Remember the baby blue with Brewers across the chest and the yellow?
Yes.
Had no idea who it was at the time, obviously.
I've had some good conversations with him over the years, especially in those old-timer games when they would come in. He was a lot of fun to talk to.
I mean, I knew who he was. I just didn't know the magnitude of what he had accomplished in his lifetime.
What numbers? I mean, a lot of people say Willie Mays, better all-around player, but when you look at the numbers itself from Hank Aaron, it's hard to argue that he wasn't one of the best of all time, period. RBIs, hits, home runs.
Cruz pops it up. Pujols and Kendrick. It's Albert into foul territory. Jared Weaver has himself a 1-2-3 4th. Near the bottom of the fourth, the Angels sending up Pujols, Trumbo, and Kendrick against Derek Holland as we are tied at 1.
Wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit AT&T.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. By CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. CarMax. Start here. And by Hawaiian Gardens Casino. Get your game on.
Tied at 1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Albert Pujols to lead things off against Derek Holland. No strikeouts, 1 walk. 3 hits allowed, all 3 hits coming in the first. Albert had one of them. A base hit to right field as the first one is a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's our Mazda leaderboard. 3 home runs in the World Series game. Albert, of course, last year against the Rangers did it. And he lines this one to the alley in left center field. That's a base hit. Gentry can't cut it off. Goes all the way to the wall. Pujols on his way to second, and it's a leadoff double for Albert. His 24th double of the season.
Another good swing. Last at bat, let the ball travel to the right field. This one got the bat head out in front of the plate and drove it to left center field. Fastball, part of the plate, and Pujols crushes that ball on the line. Hit hard enough to get by Gentry in center field. Well, just a good approach once again for Pujols, getting that baseball out in front. Really get the good part of the bat on the baseball.
Here's Trumbo, hit a fly ball to shallow right in the first. 1 ball, no strikes.
Pretty impressive numbers those last 45 games. 20 home runs for Trumbo.
This one lined sharply off the glove of Elvis Andrus into the left. Pujols will advance to third. So instead of 1 out and a man at second, the Angels have no outs and runners at first and third. It's a hit for Mark Trumbo.
Let's take a look at our AT&T Uverse replay. We talked about Howie in a run-producing position, number 5 spot in the lineup, and he just does that. Gets a fastball down, drives it to left center field, scoring. Mike Trout and almost getting his second RBI there, but Pujols thrown out at the plate. 33rd RBI for Howie Kendrick, his 14th double of the year. Back in another run-producing position here.
First pitch swinging, lines went down the right field line, the tailing foul. Now there's no balls and a strike.
Well, we've seen Howie of late very aggressive on the first pitch. Kind of surprised that Hollins went with a fastball there against Howie, because that was a good approach for Kendrick against him.
And they play him to go the opposite way. That's why Howie, even though he got a pitch on the inside part of the plate, able to easily get that double to left center field. Gentry, you see, out toward the alley in right center field. Cruz shallow and right toward the foul line.
He's got 5 doubles in his career versus Holland.
The double in the first inning is 14th. The RBI is 33rd. Pujols at third. Trumbo at first.
That was a pitch I thought they might throw first pitch to him, a changeup. Now he's just trying to get something where he can hit in the air. Some pretty strong arms in the outfield here for the Rangers, though.
0-2 pitch. This is a chopper towards short. Might be tough to turn to double play. They get the lead man at second base. Trumbo with a hard slide. Pujols scores. And the Angels are up 2-1.
Well, I like what Trumbo did. Prevented Kinsler from getting a good feed and throw to first base to prevent a potential double play. Trumbo get high fives from everyone in that dugout because of that aggressive slide. Pujols scores the second run of the game. Slow chopper, going to be difficult to turn it anyhow, but Trumbo made sure that was not going to happen. A high throw because of the hard slide from Trumbo. Late hard slide forces Kinsler to throw a high throw. Almost threw that one in the dugout.
Now he picks up his second RBI. The Angels with a 2-1 lead here in the fourth. Man on, 1 out for Alberto Callaspo. Callaspo grounded out in the second inning. He's 0 for 1. Howie typically doesn't take a generous lead at first base, and he'll be very careful with Holland and his good moves. You see Alberto's good numbers against Holland throughout his career. This one shot to right field, a base hit. Howie will advance to second and stop right there as Cruz gets the baseball back in. Let's go back to our AT&T trivia question. As Mike Maddox, the pitching coach, is coming out to pay a visit. The Angels pitcher allowed Hank Aaron's 755th and final home run of this date in 1976. Dick Drago, former Kansas City Royal.
13 years in the majors for him.
We lived in Dick Drago's house once.
Did you really?
Springs, Missouri.
And you didn't know the answer to that one.
I did not know the answer. Isn't that crazy? Well, it's not like he left Post-it notes all over the fridge.
I gave up Hank's
last home run.
Hey, why would you not?
Yeah, right?
Joe Morgan always reminds me I gave up he got his last hit against me.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And why wouldn't he remember?
Yes, I'm sure. Why not?
Eric Ibar steps to the plate, first and second, 1 out. Halos with a 2-1 lead here in the fourth. Slow breaking ball is in for a strike. Eric's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Ian Kinsler in his first plate appearance. This one pulled down the line. That's a fair ball. All the way to the corners. Hamilton misplays it. Kendrick will score. Callaspo being waved around. He will score. It's a 2 RBI double. 4-1 Angels.
Boy, a couple back-to-back great approaches at the plate for Angel hitters. First Callaspo on the right, and now Ibar hitting this one to left field down the line and scoring 2. His 19th double, 28th RBI. Turned on that off-speed pitch. Stay with it. And then Hamilton initially trying to go cut off the angle, but then realized he couldn't get to that point, then had to play it off the wall, allowing Callaspo to easily come around and score.
So runner at second, still 1 out. Here's Peter Gorges. 1-0. Double by Eric, his 19th of the season. 2 RBIs, giving him 28. That snaps an 0 for 13 for Ibar. Peter drives one out towards center field, chasing Gentry back, still going back. The Frank will make the catch. Ibar tags and will advance to third, 2 outs.
If you notice, those Ranger outfielders get the baseball in as quick as possible because they know how aggressive the Angels would be if that ball's not thrown in hard to a cutoff man. Dean would not be afraid to just send Ibar all the way around from second base. It's worth that gamble. But it's played well by Gentry.
Here's Bobby Wilson. Drew a walk in the third. The only base on balls issued by Holland, who has thrown 52 pitches so far. 35 have been struck. That's down low. Blocked down by Napoli. And it's 1 ball, no strikes.
Holland with no wild pitches thrown this year.
The 1-0 upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. .276 average for the Angels against left-handed pitching this year. Rangers just ahead of them. Halos .266 against right-handers. Here's the 2-0. Strike on the corner. Bobby doesn't like the call.
What Bobby's saying to Jerry Meals, okay, if that's going to be called against me, I like to see my pitcher get a few of those fastballs inside.
I'll take the strike as long as my guy gets the same call.
And as a catcher, that's the perfect way to be able to get your point across as far as not necessarily agreeing with that call, that fastball inside.
2-1. Bobby grounds one towards short. Andrews has it. And Young keeps the foot on the bag. The inning comes to an end. The Halos drop a 3 spot on the Texas Rangers. Through 4, the Angels lead it 4-1. Gooby got hungry during the commercial break, so we went out and got him. These are called Cali dogs here at the Big A. They are signature Wiener Schnitzel dogs. Did you not know that?
No, I did not.
Why would they be? They are featured at the hot corner. See, I got a read and everything here. This one right here is topped with house-made chili and cheddar cheese. That looks scrumptious. Show us the Wiener Schnitzel, will you? And then this one here is topped with pico de gallo, shredded lettuce, and avocado and sour cream.
I'll be back after this.
You like that?
Yes.
You're a big avocado guy.
Oh, yeah, no question.
So pick those up, just some of the good eatings here at the Big A. Did I just say eatings?
Eatings. That's good.
I just said eatings.
You said eatings.
That is absolutely brutal. David Murphy leads things off here at the top of the 5th inning against Jared Weaver. And the first one is a breaking ball in for a strike. Murphy, Napoli, and Gentry here in the 5th. David Murphy grounded out to end the 2nd inning, so he's 0 for 1. Weaver 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. That's a strike at the knees. 1-2.
What a great spot. That's an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. It's not about the velocity of the pitch, it's the location of it. And Weaver spots the fastball as well as anybody in either league.
1-2 pitch. Down in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Texas with a run in the first. Elvis Andrus with his second home run of the year on a 3-2 pitch. Halos answer with a run at the bottom of the first, scoring 3 times in the fourth on 3 hits. 2-2 on the way. So breaking ball rolled off the glove of Weaver. Howard Kendrick has it. 1 out. That's a 1-4-3 put out. Hey, Monday when the Halos take on the Royals at 7:05, fans in attendance will receive a 2012 All-Star poster courtesy of State Farm while supplies last. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com.
Some All-Stars in this game today. Jared Weaver on the hill, Mike Trout on the left, Mark Trumbo DHing.
Do you think they're getting some fantastic eatings down in the clubhouse? Swinging a miss.
Not as good as ours.
Napoli had a bloop single out to right in the 3rd inning. That was the stress inning for Weaver, in which Texas loaded the bases up with 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, because of Napoli holds his hand so high as it approaches the plate, you're so tempted as a pitcher to pitch him in. And we've seen him get a number of flares in the right field because he's so strong he can fight that baseball off. But I still feel a good slow curveball is an effective pitch against him because that momentum going forward makes it difficult to be able to keep the bat back long enough.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Biggest difference for you that you've seen between Mike Napoli this season versus the incredible year that he had last year that he carried into the postseason?
He's always had movement with his hands as his approach, but he seems to be going forward more so. He's not staying back and keeping his weight either centered or towards the back leg.
This one out towards center field on a 1-2 pitch, a 1-out single for Napoli. Jared dropped down a little bit.
And not really hit particularly well by Napoli, but he kept his hands, shortened up his swing on that one, kept better balance for him. That's what I love about Weave. He doesn't even like to ever give up a hit. And that's what makes him so good. He threw a little 3-quarter delivery. Tried to catch Napoli looking for something off speed, sneak that fastball by him, and Napoli hit it into center field for a base hit.
Gentry takes that one down low, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Gentry with a double. You put that in quotation marks. Ball that Trout probably should have caught. Maybe a single and an error, but credited with a double. His 9th of the year, was stranded.
Well, after not getting that last fastball, Weaver gets the benefit of that 4-seam fastball. Borderline on the corner.
One ball, 2 strikes. Gentry, a 10th round pick by Texas in 06. University of Arkansas, Fayetteville. Check swing roller up the first base line, and that will roll foul.
What you've seen out of Gentry of late is a guy that makes contact utilizing his speed. In his last 31 games he's played, he's hitting .383, 31 for 81 coming into the game today. It's in a double at his first at bat. When you have that type of speed, you just try and think in terms of hitting the ball on the ground or on the line. Put the pressure on the defense to make the plays against you.
And his playing time has increased incrementally throughout the years. 11 games in 09, 20 games in 2010, 64 last year, over 70 now. 74 to be exact. This being his 75th game. 1-2 is in tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, I think right now, after that fastball in at 88, looks like he has him set up for his hard slider. He's been effective with the slider today for Weaver. 2 of the 3 strikeouts he's gotten in the game are on sliders, the other on a slow curveball that he got Hamilton swinging and miss on.
This one chopped foul up the third base line.
Well, he tried it, but he got that slider up in the strike zone. He had him out in front. 82 pitches thrown, 52 for strikes for Weaver. A nice job as far as differential in his speeds. He's throwing his best fastball at 92, his slowest pitch at 71. So you're talking about a 21-mile-an-hour differential. Get some bad swings on either off speed or even a lot of times against his fastball.
Napoli over at first, 1 out. The 2-2 again, off speed. Boy, just spoiled another good pitch. Seen a couple of those today. Top of the order, and Ian Kinsler is on deck. Little number to the left side. Callaspo is going to have a tough play. Fires at first, safe at first, an infield base hit. Not much else that Alberto could do. That's about as clean a play you can have as a third baseman, but with the speed of Gentry, unable to get him. So first and second one out for Kinsler.
Well, just like we said with Gentry, utilizing your speed, putting the ball in play. 8th pitch. The sequence against Weaver hits a little slow roller. Callaspo did a nice job. What we've seen from Adrian Beltre a lot of times, third base for the Rangers. Great play, but Gentry just too quick. Beats it out before gets a foot on the base just before the ball went in the glove of Pujols.
Napoli and Gentry, the 8th and 9th place hitters for Ron Washington, 4 for 4. 4 of the 5 hits for Texas tonight. They are on base. Kinsler coming up.
And the odd thing is they could have been 0 for 4. They didn't necessarily square up any of the baseballs, yet they got a lot of results so far.
Kinsler steps up. The strikeout victim in the first popped out. Albert Pujols on the first pitch he saw in the 3rd inning. '84 pitches thrown by Weave. 54 have been strikes. The first one is right down the pipe for strike 1.
Kinsler, generally known as a guy with a lot of fly balls, has hit into 9 double plays.
Torrey Hunter cheating in a couple of steps in right as Kinsler looks at the breaking pitch down and away. That's the pitch that got Kinsler via the strikeout in the first. We've going through that every other inning thing. Had a 1-2-3 second after gave up the home run in the first. Struggled into third, but got out of it. A 1-2-3 fourth, and now here in the 5th with 2 on and 1 out. This one's popped up. Eric Ibar and Mike Trout. It's Mike Trout looking to call him to catch. 2 outs.
Weave might have gotten away with that fastball, but because he has such an assortment of pitches, you can't center in on one particular pitch if you're a hitter against Weaver. And when you make a mistake, sometimes you get it out. That ball's right down the heart of the plate. You can see the reaction, Kinsler, yet he popped it up.
So 2 outs, and now Elvis Andrus at the plate. A home run to the first. and a walk. His last time up, the only base on balls issued by Weaver. We've got Napoli standing at second and Gentry at first. 4-1 Angels here in the fifth. We've not giving in. They're trying to work that fastball on the inside part of the plate to Elvis. Elvis is one of those guys that I guess you can classify at times a diver. He likes that pitch out over the plate. Not afraid to take his knocks out to right field. This one's lined one hop style over to Howie Kendrick. Stays with it. The inning comes to an end. Texas gets a couple of men on and lead. Two stranded. We hit the bottom of the fifth. The Angels up 4-1. Angeles Angels may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP.
Well, we've got that shutdown inning. It took them 22 pitches to get it. We got that important shutdown inning to allow the offense to get right back to the top of the order here with Mike Trout coming up against Holland.
Trout, Hunter, and Pujols against the left-hander. The first one is a strike on the outside corner. Mike is 1 for 2. Single and a run scored at the first, popped out to Kinsler in the third inning. Beltre in on the grass just in case. Young cheating in a couple of steps at first. This one's fouled off to the right. Oh, 2 on the way. That's in off the plate. Go back to our Hyundai key to the game.
It's time. Time for the Angels to put all phases together. And so far in this game, no question it has. Some speed, good approaches, good pitching, solid defense.
Lays off the breaking ball. 2-2 now. Mike scoring a run for the 12th consecutive game. Tying Dixie Walker from the 33 Yankees as a rookie, scoring a run in 12 consecutive games. You remember Dixie?
I was thinking that was a song.
No, that would have been a group. Dexy's Midnight Runners.
There we go.
That was your walkout song, wasn't it? 2-2 pitch, line to the alley in left center field. Gentry got a good jump on it, makes the running catch, and there's out number 1. That'll bring up Torrey Hunter.
Well, it's a tough read, too, for Gentry. He has to come in on that baseball again. Because of the fact is, The Trout has such a good, strong, compact swing. You have to just read it off the bat first and then make that initial quick step. And Gentry has that ability to do so.
There's Torrey. And Torrey's taken some big hacks against Derek Holland today. Nothing to show for it. 0-2, a line out to short and a double play ball.
He's got 2 career home runs against him and 20 overall against the Rangers pitchers.
Ground ball to short. Holland got in on the hands once again. 2 outs. So Torrey is 0 for 3. That'll bring up Albert Pujols. Albert 2 for 2. Single to right field, a double up the alley and left center field. That one came leading off the 4th. His 24th double of the year. Started his swing, held up. 1 ball, no strikes.
Good time for Pujols to have a patented long at bat and a productive at bat. Especially Weaver had a struggle through that last inning, throwing 22 pitches on a hot night.
2-0.
I'm pretty sure Albert would like another fastball right in that exact same location.
Breaking pitch, and that is ripped foul. Angels have gone down in order once. That was in the 2nd inning. 2-2. This one off the end of the bat, looped out toward left. Josh Hamilton is there, and the Angels go down in order for the 2nd time tonight. 5 in the books. The Angels still up 4-1.
Talking about a perfect swing right here in balance, letting the baseball travel. Callaspo, his last at bat was perfect right here. You could stop right there. He was able to keep his bat back, the balance there for him, and threw the baseball, allowed it to travel, and then crushed it to right field. The trust in his hands made that play work for Alberto Callaspo. That freeze cam was brought to you by Frost Brew Coors Light.
Top of the 6th inning. It is 4-1 Angels. Josh Hamilton to lead things off. First one's a breaking ball. 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hamilton with a strikeout in the first, a double play ball in the third. It was 0 for 2. It'll be Hamilton, Beltre, and Young against Weaver here in the 6th inning. 91 pitches thrown by Weave. 3 punch-outs. 1 walk. Oh, a good changeup.
He's done a nice job of pitching here again against Hamilton, changing speeds.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Hamilton just got off to an incredible start for the Texas Rangers. I mean, just ungodly numbers to start off the year. And his numbers still very, very, very good as that pitch just missed in off the plate. A full count. But this is the first time this year that he's been under 300. Game number 92.
Pitchers are aware of his strengths. And eventually you make those adjustments as pitchers against him.
3-2, a swing and a foul ball back with a changeup, a little bit elevated though.
The only reason why he made contact was because that changeup was up. And that was a 78-mile-an-hour pitch. And you wonder if he's going to throw a slow curveball here now against him.
3-2 again. Breaking pitch is popped up. Shallow center field. Ibar going out. Borges coming on. It's Borges with the call and it takes 1 out.
The reason why Hamilton has struggled against Weaver is because of Weaver's ability to change eye level, change speeds against Hamilton. First pitch curveball away. Fastball just off the corner. Great changeup there against him. Elevates a fastball to change eye level, comes back inside with a no-seam fastball, just misses. Throws a changeup that was elevated, then the slow breaking ball gets him out in front and pops him up.
Adrian Beltre hits him back up the middle. Howie Kendrick has it to the backhand, and they're not going to get him. An infield base hit. So Beltre is on board for the first time tonight. 1 for 3, and it comes with 1 out here in the 6th.
And I could tell by the reaction from Weave, and Weave takes a lot of pride in his fielding, his position, and he's been outstanding. When he first came up, it was a work in progress for him as far as fielding his position, but he's been outstanding as far as that position in the last 3-4 years. Tried to reach back and make a play there, and it got by him. The hardest play for a pitcher is when you have to reach back, especially if you fall, right-handed pitcher, fall towards first base and try to reach back. Instead of for the backhand, he tried to turn his glove the other way.
It looked like he locked himself up as Michael Young went around. It's 0-1. He thought maybe he had enough clearance to get that glove over like that instead of just automatically going to the backhand, but it is what it is. Infield base hit for Beltre, the 6th hit for Texas. Michael Young 0 for 2. Ground ball to short, the fly ball to left. Back to the mound, in and out of the glove. He'll fire to first. If he was frustrated with the base hit, he'll be even more frustrated. It's the glove's fault. It's not operator error. It's always the glove's fault.
It
right,
is.
Kubi?
Yes, there's no question.
Spring loaded and everything.
Well, what he was doing, he was getting himself in throwing position, too. You can see his body turning. That's what you want to do as a pitcher. You become a middle infielder when the ball's hit like that back at you. Start turning your body, fielding the ball, and then making a throw from 3/4 delivery. But he didn't look it into the glove, and it was all the glove's fault. There's no doubt.
He's just making sure that the ball can actually go in the glove. Just testing it out. There's Nelson Cruz. The first one's a strike. Cruz 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop-up. Albert Pujols, that pop-up ending the 4th.
100 pitches now thrown from Weaver.
Here's the 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Weaver falling on the delivery of that pitch. He slipped on the landing area.
And just the front leg and starts to pivot As he moves towards the first base side of the mound, he slipped. That angle, you can see how very difficult it is for a hitter to read Weaver. The deception thrown across his body.
The 1-2 upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You often talk about Ernesto Frieri, how difficult it is to be able to pick the baseball off of him. Weaver, so difficult because he throws across his body, lands where no one else generally lands, but he still ends up in great throwing position. One thing about Weaver, he never has to worry about anybody else landing in the same spot on the mound. That landing area is all his on the mound, that's for sure.
Two again. Popped him up. Pujols comes charging in. The inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Angels leading at 4-1.
Texas Rangers at home, 7-0 in his career, 6 innings so far. That it's 1 earned run allowed. And here's the reason why, guys. You can see right here, this is where most pitchers land. But here Weaver comes across and lands over this part, and he's able to have that deception. He lands in that exact same spot every time, but yet his arm is at a perfect angle to be able to get hitters out and get them off balance and get easy outs like he got there to end the inning against Nelson Cruz to pop up the first.
Mark Trumbo looks at a strike to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning with the Halos up 4-1. Trumbo, Kendrick, and Callaspo against Holland. He's thrown 69 pitches tonight, no strikeouts, 1 walk, 7 hits allowed. Up the end of the bat. It's no balls and 2 strikes. What we really have not seen a whole lot of from Derek Holland tonight is something that he's kind of stood out. Maybe the approach by the Angel hitters have forced him to kind of change the approach. But he's a guy that's never been afraid to pitch in and in off the plate against right-handed batters. He has lived, for the most part, on the outside part of the plate. That's a breaking pitch. It's down and in.
And you've seen some decent approaches. I think that's what took him out of his game plan. And you're right, Victor. He's very good as far as jamming right-handed batters because he's got a 93 to 95 mile an hour fastball. And he's got good cut action on his 4-seam fastball to get in on the hands, and he backs it up with a hard slider down and in.
Coming inside, 1-2 in off the plate.
It's almost as if he's only showing that fastball in and then trying to live away with the 2-seam fastball.
And he's showing it in too far, so guys get a good read of it and pretty much lay off of it. Torrey, he threw a couple of good ones to Torrey, in Torrey's second at bat. 2-2 pitch. This one's fouled off to the right. Napoli wanted that pitch outside. That one kind of caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Yeah, you don't see it too often where you hear the terminology, he cut off that changeup. That was almost a cut changeup there. He wanted to have it run away from him, but it ran in.
Trumbull's 1 for 2 with a base hit in the fourth. This one lifted in the air down the line. Michael Young giving chase. Runs out of room. This one down the left field line, jammed just enough, and that is just foul. The ball stays fair, falls in for a hit. That's what I meant by jammed just enough. Mark is so strong that even his jam shots have a little bit of carry.
And he also has the ability to take a fastball away to hit it out the right center field also.
Full count.
And another one of his fastballs that are way off the plate inside. Just the second full count for Derek Holland in his game so far. So he's been very effective as far as throwing strikes.
Here's the payoff. Trumbo just got a piece of it, keeps his at bat alive.
If Holland makes a mistake inside, this could be trouble.
Jammed him just enough again. This one fouled off into the seats on the first base side. Good little battle. And through it all, even that extended inning in the fourth, Holland's just thrown 78 pitches. 3 hits allowed in the first inning. 4 in the fourth. This one out to the alley in left center field. That ball's got some carry. It's got a chance. Score! Big fly for Mark Trumbull. 5-1 Halos.
Great at bat, fought off some tough pitches, did not swing at some pitches that were out of the strike zone, and then brought out the 2-iron and crushed it out the left center field home run. Number 27, RBI number 66, came inside one too many times, and this time Trumbo times it and crushes it out on the line to left center field.
11 pitch at bat results in a line shot for a home run. His 27th of the year, 66th run batted in. Howie Kendrick fouls off the first one, and it is 0-1. Let's go to Dino Cam. Oh,
That might have hurt.
don't rub it, Dino. Don't rub it.
He's like, please don't hit a ground ball at me now.
Ground ball towards short. Andrews has it. 1 out. Howie had been on base the first 2 times with a double in the fielder's choice and a couple of runs batted in. Now 1 for 3, 1 out. Here comes Alberto Callaspo.
Well, this is how he's matured as a hitter. Last year, 29 home runs as a rookie. There were some times where he got himself out, but that's a great battle to hit a home run there.
Callaspo Lofts this one out toward right center. Gentry is there. 2 outs.
And after seeing a number of very quality pitches, stop right here on contact, he was able to get that baseball right out in front of the plate and be able to drive it for him on that line drive. 27th home run for Trumbo. To be able to get that fastball out in front, especially after he's been throwing a number of them against, you got to guess along with the pitcher, look into his zone, and then get that fastball out in front like he did.
Two outs, bases clear for Eric Ibar. Eric grounds one to short. Andrews has it. And Holland sets down the next 3 in a row. But Mark Trumbo will lead off home run to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Puts the Angels up 5-1 and head to the 7th. Angels baseball is brought to you by the amazing grilled cheese bacon burger. A Charbroil beef patty with 2 kinds of melted cheese, 2 strips of crispy bacon, only at Carl's Jr. By AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T Rethink Possible. And by Dodge. Top of the 7th here at the Big A. It is 5-1 Angels. David Murphy fouling off the first pitch, and it's 0-1.
But still, Weaver throwing that good, slow curveball.
Breaking ball is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike on Murphy. Bottom third of the order for Texas. Murphy, Napoli, and Gentry. 1-2.
Well, how often do you see hitters shake their head and are beaten by an 87-mile-an-hour fastball? I mean, Weaver, what he does with his pitches and locates them makes it so difficult for hitters to track a zone.
Off-speed pitch is fouled off the left. 109 pitches thrown by Weaver. Our GoPro cam in the pen. There's Kevin Jepson getting ready. Another 1-2 on the way. Popped up. Callaspo with the call. 1 out.
A good job by Bobby Wilson and Weaver setting up Murphy. He shook off a couple pitches, which generally means you're shaking off to an off-speed pitch. And Murphy's looking something slow and ends up getting an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, and Weaver jams Murphy for an easy pop-up to Callaspo.
Here's Napoli, 2 for 2. A couple of singles. One to right, one to center. Texas with a run in the first on the Andrews home run. The Angels with a solo run in the first. 3 in the fourth, 1 in the sixth. Two balls and one strike. Well, just checking the out-of-town scoreboard. You look up at the A's hosting the New York Yankees at the Coliseum. I believe it's Tommy Malone shutting down the Yankees 2-0. That game in the seventh.
He's been unbelievable in Oakland.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Oakland 7.5 back at the start of the day. There's Dan Hare.
Well, he's ready to go. He'll be pitching more than likely on Sunday. Had an outstanding bullpen session in Detroit on Wednesday.
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. First down of the night. Napoli is retired. There are 2 outs. Tuesday from 6:30 to 8:30. Angels great Garrett Anderson will be signing copies of Under the Halo at the team store. Copies of this complete history of Angels baseball are available for $60 with proceeds benefiting the Angels Baseball Foundation. For more information, visit angels.com/community. Community. 2 outs, nobody on for Craig Gentry, who's been on base twice with a double and a single. Sharply hit. Callaspo has it. They say it was a one-hopper across the diamond. The inning comes to an end. A 1-2-3 frame for Jared Weaver. 7th inning stretch time, and the Halos still up 5-1.
Outstanding inning, 7-0 in his career versus Texas at the Big A. The Angels, big 4th inning in which they scored 3 runs. Eric Ibar with a 2-run double to left field. And the Angels a lead. Of course, Trumbo hit a home run to make it a 5-1 lead here. Jared Weaver looks like he's got the glove and the jacket. Job well done. What an ace he is. These are the type of games you just relish.
Peter Borges trying to bunt his way on, bunts it foul. It's no balls and a strike.
I mean, you want that opportunity. Yes, he threw a lot of pitches to be able to go out and perform like he did, but he made quality pitches. He had to face Josh Hamilton in a couple key spots and make great pitches to him. Of course, he utilized the defense for the Angels tonight, too, and that's the important thing. Utilizing the defense, just had 4 strikeouts, but the pitches he threw to Josh Hamilton were outstanding throughout the game.
Borges, Wilson, and Trout here against Derek Holland. The Ranger lefty is at 85 pitches on the night. No strikeouts and a walk. 8 hits allowed. Borges is 0 for 2. A fly ball to left, a fly ball to center. 1-1. Lays off. It is 2 balls and 1 strike. Time is called as something down on the warning track down the right field line. One run, 6 hits, no errors, 5 left on for Texas. 5 runs, 8 hits, 2 left on for the Angels. Both teams with a home run in tonight's game. Off the end of the bat, foul. Watch out. They have gotten someone. Two is inside, a full count. Payoff pitch, and Borges breaks his bat. Slow roll to the left side. Beltre has it. Low throw, dug out by Young. 1 out. Tomorrow on Fox Saturday Baseball, Game 2 of this 3-game set from right here at the Big A. Hugh Jarvis will be on the hill facing Irvin Santana. Fox Saturday Baseball presented by Budweiser tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, only on Fox. Chris Myers, Mark Cusa with the call. Here's Bobby Wilson. Steps up with 1 out, nobody on. Bobby with a walk and a ground out. Fouls off the first pitch.
Well, that was an outstanding play by Beltre at third base. Borges running down the line as quick as he is. There's a reason why Beltre is not only talk about his Gold Gloves. You can make an argument one of the best fielding third basemen the game has seen in a long, long time.
Two balls and a strike.
It's a slow roller. Not only have to be able to pick that up, but you have to be in position to throw as quick as you can, and still that strong throwing, an accurate arm. One hops it over to Michael Young, who scoops it and gets Borges.
Popped up on the first base side. Michael Young makes the catch. 2 outs. So Bobby Wilson is 0 for 2 with a walk, and now we go back to the top of the order with Mike Trout coming up. Tanner Shepard is up now for Texas. Trout today 1 for 3, a single and a run scored to the first. Slow breaking ball downstairs. Looks like Kevin Jepson will be coming on in the 8th. Kinsler, Andrews, and Hamilton at the top of the order for Texas duo. Good off speed pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1. This one hammered out toward right center field. Hit well. Cruz giving chase. Pulls up. Gone! Up-boat taco time for Mike Trout. 6-1 Angels.
Absolute, unbelievable power. The other way, once again. Trout hit one in Detroit about 440 feet the other way. His ability to let the baseball travel, and if you're a pitcher, you elevate, make a mistake away, ball's gone. Trumbo, Trout home runs, the TNT boys going big fly in the game.
Ron Washington making the move as Mike Trout has just hit his 15th home run of the season. We're in the 7th. The Angels leading at 6-1.
Six to 1, Mike Trout. Once again, led off with a single, scored a run, but our Coors Light cold hard blast just happened. Get a fastball up and away and drives it to right center field. His 15th home run. 46th RBI, and he's getting into the fact that he's going to crush Dino's hand going around third base also. You don't mind it.
Not quite Dino Cam material, though.
Getting close.
Trumbo set such a high standard for ripping someone's hand off.
It's difficult to top that.
Holland, 98 pitches, 6 2/3, 9 hits, 2 home runs, 1 walk. Tanner Scheppers delivers outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Scheppers, 25 years of age, pitching in his 15th game, made his big league debut on the 7th. One ball, 2 strikes.
And he certainly has a power fastball. He throws about 75% of his pitches fastball. He's 94 to 99 on the fastball. Also has a curveball changeup.
Called strike 3, and the inning comes to an end. But Mike Trout with the Angels a little more insurance with his 15th of the year. We are headed to the 8th. Angels lead at 6-1.
summary. First inning, Elvis Andrews, who's coming in hitting .429 against Weaver, hits one out, but then right away in the bottom of the first, Howie responds in the number 5 spot in the lineup with a double scoring Trout. Ibar with a 2-run double to left field. Then the power swings. Trumbo with it, an extended at bat against Holland, hits one out to left center, then Trout to right center field. Giving the Angels a lead here at top of the 8th, 6-1, with Kevin Jepson coming in on the mound for the Halos.
Jared Weaver goes 7 innings tonight, 1 run, 6 hits. That was the home run to Anderson the first. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and our in and out, who is in, who is out. Weave is out. Kevin Jepson takes over on the bump, and he'll be facing the top of the order for Texas. Jepson now working in his 16th game. 0-1 record, a 6.17 ERA, 1 save. That save came in New York. Kinsler, Anderson, Hamilton here in the 8th. The first one is a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, Kinsler is 0 for 3. A strikeout, a pop-up, and a fly ball to left. This one's popped up. Now that Pujols has been busy today.
You seem to be catching Ian Kinsler at the right time. He's been struggling of late. Chasing some pitches out of the strike zone.
Especially for a guy that has hit the ball well here at the Big 8 throughout his career. Now 2 for his last 21. 1 out here in the 8th, and here's Elvis Andrews. 1 for 2. A home run, a walk, and a ground ball to second. 6 hits on the night for Texas, 4 of which have come from the bottom 2 guys in the order. Napoli with 2 singles, Gentry with a single and a double. Beltre with a single, and of course Andrews' home run in the first, his 2nd of the year, 2nd career shot against Jared Weaver. Good slider, a cut fastball there at 92. A little late action. 0-2.
So much more effective when he's throwing that first pitch for a strike. And as a hitter, you're trying to gear up to the fastball, and then you have the cut fastball. It's about 4 or 5 mile an hour difference as far as the speed, but that late break. Don't chase it though when you're behind the count 1-0. It's the importance of that first pitch strike.
One of the biggest issues that Kevin had, aside from struggling with command, was overthrowing that breaking pitch and really cutting it off, bouncing pitches out in front of the plate. But since his call-up has been a lot more effective. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Andrews. 2 down. Tuesday when the Halos take on the Royals, fans in attendance will receive an Albert Pujols hat courtesy of Chronic Tacos while supplies last. Purchase tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com.
Looking forward to that Pujols hat.
You know, wear it during the Open on Tuesday? Don't want to mess up your moss.
If you ask, I will do so.
Josh Hamilton at the plate with 2 outs, bases clear. First one is a fastball in for a strike. Josh getting the start in left field tonight, 0 for 3. A strikeout, a double play ball, and a fly ball to center. That was the 1 inning in which Weaver really was in some trouble. The bases loaded, 1 out after the walk to Andrews. After a 3-2 count on Hamilton. He swings through that one. And it's 0-2. And Hamilton hit it very sharply, but right to Howie Kendrick. Pretty much the only way you're going to turn a double play on Hamilton with his speed. It turned into a 4-6-3 inning-ending double play, and that was it. Oh, 2 on the way, and that is up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jepson's worked hard with Mike Butcher as far as redefining his mechanics, shortening up his stride, giving him a better opportunity to be able to get out in front with that hard cut fastball.
This one out toward left. Good piece of hitting by Hamilton. A 2-out single. Keeps getting alive for Adrian Beltre.
Hamilton so good on the fastball, stays back on that one. Talked about how he had difficulties staying back on the changeup and curveball, but there stayed back through the baseball and hit that ball very well to left field. A lot of similarities between him and Trumbo. Hamilton, as far as quiet hands through the baseball, then the baseball jumps off the bat. Both a ton of power. One from the right side, one from the left side.
Beltre 1 for 3 with a single in the 6th. 0-2. Halos in the bottom of the 8th inning have Pujols, Trumbo, and Kendrick. This one lifted in the air down the line. Torrey giving chase into foul territory and just runs out of room. That one about 3 or 4 rows deep. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes with Josh Hamilton at first. Ron Washington happy that there's some protection. That ball was headed toward the dugout. A one-time catcher coming up through the Kansas City Royals Baseball Academy. That was Ron Washington.
I remember hearing about that when I was down at that, eventually down at that academy, and I was in rookie ball down in Sarasota, Florida.
2-2 now. I think the gear probably was slightly oversized on Wash.
He didn't care as long as he was playing baseball.
He is, by all intents and purposes, and I mean this with all the love in my heart, he is a baseball rat.
No question.
Just loves the game.
Players love playing for him.
2-2 is fouled back. I remember being in Texas when he got the job. I mean, he was interviewed, but at the time it seemed like Don Wakamatsu was the front runner to get that job. This one's popped up. Bobby Wilson near the on-deck circle. Makes the catch and hangs on to it. And the inning comes to an end. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here at the Big A. It is 6-1 Halos.
Look at the bottom, the 8th inning for the Angels are leading 6-1.
Albert Pujols, Mark Trumbo, and Howie Kendrick. You're really excited about your game tomorrow, aren't you? Just can't wait.
No, I'm already ready to go.
Delivers downstairs. It's a nice cot you got up in the back of the booth here. You're going to spend the night here?
Yes.
Awesome.
You're ready to go. Looking forward to seeing Urban versus Darvish.
This one down the line, tailing foul and out of play. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Albert. He's 2 for 3. A single, a double, and a fly ball to left. Tanner Shepard's got the last out of the 7th, striking out Torrey Hunter. Born in Mission Viejo, which is home of Laguna Niguel, at the Dana Hills High School. And then on to Fresno State, supplemental first-round pick back in 2009. Big kid, 6'4", 220, good stuff. This was up the middle. It's the 3rd hit of the night for Albert Pujols.
Now let's check our Chevron starting pitchers. Now I'm really excited about this one. Oh, it was quicker than a car coming in there. You Darvish on the hill for the Rangers tomorrow, 10-6. Then the ERA just under 4 versus Urban Santana, 4-9. Got to get that fastball and slider. And just take some notes on what he saw from what Weaver was able to do against the Rangers hitters as far as changing speeds. Important element of his game. He's got a good changeup.
Here's Mark Trumbo at the plate, 2 for 3. Pulls this one over to 3rd. Beltre's got it. And it's a 5-4-3 round the horn double play. 2 down. Oh, nice play by Beltre. That ball was got on him in a hurry.
Well, that's 2 rockets that Trumbo's hit that stayed close to the infield. The one that just off the glove of Andrews for a base hit in the 4th, and that one's right at Beltre with a lot of smile on the face. Made an unbelievable play, feels it and turns it. 5-4-3 double play.
Jason Isringhausen is up now loosely. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. That's 0-2 on Howie. 1 for 3 today with a couple of RBIs. Lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Pretty good curveball to go along with the 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
Over to 3rd. Beltre has it. Across the diamond. We head to the 9th. The Angels up 6-1.
Angels baseball is brought to you by El Pollo Loco. Crazy you can taste. And by Southern California Toyota. Check out the full line of fuel-efficient vehicles at your Southern California Toyota dealer.
Top of the ninth here at the Big A. The Angels up by the score of 6-1, and Mike Scioscia's turned the ball over to Jason Isringhausen to finish off this one. Attempt to do so. Isringhausen pitching his 33rd game, a 3-0 record, a 3.19 ERA. 31 innings, 24 hits, 19 strikeouts, and 13 walks. He takes over for Kevin Jepson, who went 1 inning. Allowed a hit and had 1 strikeout. The rest zeros. Jared Weaver in line for his 12th win of the season. Derek Holland in line for his 4th loss. Pardon me, his 5th loss. Came into tonight's action with a 6-4 record. Michael Young, Nelson Cruz, David Murphy. For Texas here tonight. First one's in for a strike. Young tonight is 0 for 3, getting the start over at first base. On the outside corner. Oh, 2 count on Young. Oh, way outside. Wilson wanted that pitch on the inside part of the plate.
When you get ahead of the count like that, you can afford to expand the strike zone. That's the importance, especially coming out of the bullpen. Relievers getting ahead of the count, then expand with your out pitches.
Breaking pitch, a little tapper towards short. Ibar's going to have to hurry. One out.
What a strong arm Ibar has. You have to come in on that baseball. Michael Young still runs fairly well down the line, sensing he has a base hit, but Ibar comes in with a transfer and makes the play at first base.
So 1 out here in the ninth, and here's Nelson Cruz, the right fielder. Cruz 0 for 3. A strikeout and a couple of pop-ups down for Pujols. Weaver tonight, 7 innings, 1 run, 6 hits, including the home run to Andrews. That was in the first inning. 4 strikeouts and a walk. Jared lowering his ERA to 2.20. It started at 2.26.
His home numbers are amazing. Coming into the game 6-0 with an ERA .58.
Ground ball sharply hit to Eric Ibar. 2 down. Chris Sale still leads the American League in earned run average. Lefty for the White Sox at 2.11. Tigers winning a big one, the opener of their series against the White Sox tonight. Now trail Chicago by a half a game. The Angels trying to pick up a full game on Texas and try to get 5 back. Oakland leading New York. The bottom of the 8th, 2-1. Yankees got one in the 8th. Murphy looks at strike 1. Breaking pitch, bounce foul. It's no balls and 2 strikes. This one out to left. Trout giving chase. Dives. Can't get it. That's a foul ball. As Mike slides into the wall. Nice effort. That ball just kept slicing away from him. Still at 0-2.
You mentioned the effort. I mean, that's amazing. Trying to make that last play of the game. Good read. Full extension about as far as you can try to go to be able to make a play. All is foul. Real close to that line. Oh, real good on the line.
Wow.
See that in right field here at the Big A too, where
Chopper to second. Pujols. Now Pujols knew it too as he broke to his right. Had no real business being over there. It was going to be a bang-bang play to Howie. That ball kangarooing off that hard dirt in front of home plate. It's an infield single for Murphy with 2 outs here in the ninth.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, if Albert stays at first base and allows Howie to catch that, it might be a little bit different. But Howie, because he's got to come in and think in terms of how he's going to be able to lead Isringhausen covering the base, no chance to be able to get Murphy with his speed down the line.
Here's Napoli, 2 for 3 with a couple of singles and a strikeout as Murphy takes off. The first one is down and away. No stolen base to David Murphy as he moves over to second. Ernesto Frieri just playing catch. One and one. Two balls and one strike.
Right, his cut fastball just off the plate though.
Two on an apple. This one's fouled back. Big Bang Friday. A couple of big bangs tonight. Trumbo and Trout. The 2-2. Ground ball back up the middle, and that's going to go into center field. Murphy is going to be stopped at third. Borges came charging in hard. And the Rangers had runners at first and third base with 2 outs, and Craig Gentry now coming up.
The third hit of the game for Mike Napoli. Napoli now 11 for 22 this year against the Angels.
Big conversation here with Gentry coming up.
I think they brought in Albert Pujols to be part of that discussion also. I think part of it too is the fact is because Gentry, with his speed and the need for base runners, you got to think in terms of don't allow him to get that free bunt either down the first base line or third base line.
Gentry 2 for 3, a double, a single, and a ground ball to third. Both Callasco and Pujols playing in just in case. 0-1. Thunder Sticks have been loud tonight, as expected. Oh, 1 pitch. This one a little soft. One hopper to Howie Kendrick on the first. Break that baby up as the Angels take game 1 against Texas by the final of 6-1.
Matt, it's time for this club to put together a game in which you have the pitching, the defense, the offense, the situational hitting,
Everything was perfectly done for Mike Socha's team today. Trumbo going deep. Eric Ibar with a big double. Good approach by Kayaspa. Albert Pujols with a big game himself. 3 hits, 2 singles, and a double. Well-rounded throughout the entire lineup for the Angels. Get this opportunity to win Game 1 against their rivals, the Texas Rangers, 6-1. Everything done perfectly well by the Angels tonight, especially on the defensive side. And Jared Weaver, another outstanding performance, now 8-0 in his career at home versus the Texas Rangers.
Jared picks up the win. He is now 12-1 on the season, while Derek Holland, the left-handed starter for the Rangers, takes the loss, and he drops to 6-5. The Angels now 5 games back of the division-leading Rangers, and we're hoping to get Mark Trumbo to join us here on the postgame before those fireworks get underway here momentarily. The Halos picking up their 51st win of this season, and Mark Trumbo is down on the field getting ready with the microphone and the headphones, and he is kind enough to join us. The Angels pick up the victory by the final of 6-1. Give it up for Mark Trumbo, who picked up yet another home run and doing it in grand fashion. And Mark, I got to ask you, as you get rosin bags thrown at you from the dugout, it's been a long time since you've been home. Obviously, with the All-Star break and then going out on the road trip, it's got to feel good to come back to the home crowd, not only contribute, but also pick up a win in a big series.
Yeah, it's awesome. It has been a little while, but you know, we're super happy to be home. That was a great win, great team effort. We're looking forward to tomorrow.
Boy, Mark, you had a great at-bat against Holland when you end up hitting that home run to left center field. A lot of tough pitches. He was trying to pitch you inside with a fastball, some breaking balls, but then you got that one fastball and you got your 2-iron out and crushed that out to left center field.
Yeah, he executed it. You know, I don't know how long the at-bat went, but quite a few pitches. And I was kind of hoping eventually that you know, I might get one over the middle of the plate, which you know, happened, and unfortunately I was able to put some decent wood on it. I
got to ask you about the approach for the Angels against left-handed pitching. Pretty much all season long, you guys have fared pretty well against lefties. Is their approach vary from starter to starter, or you guys just been that locked in, especially over the last couple of months?
Well, we try and come up with a plan for everybody. You know, that game, you know, everybody's unique, so we don't have some set overall thing. But tonight was you know, we were looking to make him work, to get some balls over the plate. He throws hard. He's got good stuff, so we knew we needed to execute, and that's what we did.
Yeah, Mark, did you feel that energy here at the Big A? You could see it and hear it throughout the ball game as far as the thunder sticks. You guys seem to have fed off that energy today.
Incredible. It's incredible. It's much appreciated. You know, and it helps us out tremendously.
Give it up for the All-Star Mark Trumbo. Big home run tonight. The Angels pick up the victory by the final of 6-1. Our thanks to Mark Trumbo. As we pointed out, Jared Weaver picks up his 12th win of the season, while Holland takes the loss. Stick around. Chris Meyer, Jose Mota, Tim Samet, along with Doobie and myself, will be with you as Angels Live post-game edition is coming up right after this.